Before you blow that next funded account, please listen to what I have to say, okay? My name is JJ, or LoeGpa, whatever you guys want to call me. I'm funded over $750,000 across 4 different platforms. However, before I got to where I'm at today, I spent my entire 6 months, my first 6 months of my day trading journey in Drawdown, okay? So I'm very experienced with how to deal Drawdown, what to do, and also what not to do, okay? So please just listen to what I have to say. I hope to help you guys out with this video because, like, overall, just Drawdown is just inevitable, okay? You're going to be in it whether you're a profitable trader or whether you're a fucking beginner, okay? It's inevitable. Everyone goes through Drawdown, so just listen to what I have to say because 99% of the time, most beginner traders don't know how to deal with Drawdown, and they end up below the fucking account for no fucking reason, okay? So just hear me out. When you are in Drawdown, you want to do a few things, okay? And they're going to sound very stupid, but I promise you it's true. And I have no notes written down. This is strictly from the heart because I've been in Drawdown more times than you guys can even fucking fathom, okay? You are going to stay composed and continue to follow your rules. I understand. It's going to suck. Why? Because A, you're still in red overall, and B, now the profit target for you to hit is even larger than I'm going to use 50Ks as an example throughout all this. So 50Ks, you have to make $3,000, right? If you're $800 in Drawdown, well, now you have to make $3,800. So most of the time, people will just full port so they can get back to green, or if they fail the account, they just start fresh back at $0 and they just have to make that $3,000 again instead of that $3,800. Well, what are you doing with real money? What are you doing with real money? You're just wasting it, right? Say you're on Top Step. Well, you're just buying $50 fucking funded account over and over and over again. Tradify is 85 bucks for reset fees. Fucking My Funded Futures like $100. Alpha Futures is the exact same thing. It's like 110. So what are you doing? You're just wasting money overall, okay? And what you're doing is you're wiring your brain to be like, okay, if I see Drawdown, I'm automatically thinking bad and I need to full port. When you really should be thinking, okay, I'm in Drawdown. What can I do to get out of it, right? Let's assess the damage. How can I get out of this? Remember, one winning day can eliminate 2 to 3 losses, depending on how much you risk, right? What your RR is, so on and so forth. So all you really need is like one winning day to get back on track. So why are you just taking the most mid setup ever, full porting that fucking setup, and risking your entire account when you could just be like, okay, I took my loss for the day. It is what it is. You know, losses are a part of a winning system. I know it sounds stupid and it sounds annoying. You guys don't want to hear that, but it's the fucking truth, okay? Losses are a part of a winning system. So say those fresh new funded accounts, your first trade is a loss. Don't full port the next fucking trade, okay? No good ever comes from that. How many times have you guys full ported the next trade after you lost your first one on a fresh eval, and then now you're either double in Drawdown or the entire fucking account's gone, right? I'm sure it's happened to you guys, especially if you're a beginner trader. I'm 99.9% sure it's happened to almost all of you guys, okay? It's inevitable not to be in Drawdown. It's part of trading, and it's part of what it is. But what defines you as a trader? How you handle your losses and how you handle Drawdown, okay? So we lose our first trade. What are we going to do for now? We're going to assess the damage. Okay, what could I have done better? The money's already out of your account. No need to lose more, okay? Because more often than not, I've realized, and actually sometimes I still make the same mistake, and it's kind of embarrassing to talk about because I am a profitable trader. However, I still make dumb-ass mistakes sometimes because sometimes I still get in my head, right? So this is the hardest part about trading is psychology, okay? Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and I'll lose a trade, right? And say I lose like 300 bucks, whatever, right? I have plenty of money in the account. I lose 300 bucks. It is what it is. But then I see another like B+ setup within my trading hours, within my trading session. And I go ahead and take that trade and I lose again. Okay, well, now I'm down $700. But if I would have just got off the fucking charts after the first trade, I would have only been down 3 instead of 7 now. Okay, and then it doesn't feel like in the moment, but then you log on the next morning and be like, damn, I could have had this much money. Now I only have this much because I decided to break my rules and overtrade and enter off of a fucking mid setup rather than just being patient, waiting for an A+ setup or just getting off, right? I'm sure it's happened to all of us. I've been there billions and billions of fucking times, and I wish I was an excuse, or not an excuse, but an exaggeration, but it's not. Okay, so we're going to assess the damage. We're going to stay cool, calm, and fucking collective. It sounds retarded, but I know that's what we're going to do. Okay, and we're just going to take it one trade at a time. That's it. Literally just one trade at a time. Don't focus on passing the eval. Okay, don't focus on blowing the account. Just focus on the charts and what is set up in front of you. Okay, what is presenting itself on the charts that you can go ahead and enter off of? Is there an A+ setup? Cool. We're going to go ahead and risk the same amount and we're going to take the trade, right? If there's a B setup, are we going to enter? Most of you guys are probably going to be like, yeah, because I want to pass this account. But what you should be saying is, no, I need to treat this like it's a real fucking money, like we're in a live account or like we're in an XFA account, and just settle down. Now, I understand. If you guys have $200 left in your fucking account, I know it's probably just better to blow it. And typically, I agree, but just try to dig yourself out of it, okay? I had, 8 of them? Yeah, because my Funded Futures has 3 and TradeFi has 5. Okay, so I had 8 accounts that I copy traded on TradingView. And I was in the hole $1,200. I lost 2 trades in a row, risking about, what is that, $650 each? Roughly $600 each, which sounds about right. I risked 1 mini. What ended up happening? Well, I was so fed up previously with blowing accounts over and over. I was just like, okay, one good trade can eliminate these. Let's just see what I got to offer, right? I stayed cool, calm, and collective, and I followed my fucking rules. And I stuck to my trading plan, specifically to my trading plan, right? I'm not trading outside of my plan. I have set hours I trade. I have a set setup I look for, so on and so forth. Okay? Well, after 2 trades, I was then positive $700. Which means I only had to make, what is that? $2,300? Wow, I'm a fucking idiot. $2,300 more to pass those accounts. And what ended up happening? I ended up passing all those accounts. Why? Because I just stayed disciplined and followed my rules. It could have been easy if I'd just been like, fuck these accounts, let me full port them, let me blow them so I can just start back from fresh, right? Now, if you have the money to do it, I understand that it's okay, like mentally, like, okay, yeah, you're able to do that, but should you be doing it? No, because you're wiring your brain to do something you're not even going to do when you get into the XFA stage. Because if you do that in the eval stage, you're going to do it in the XFA stage. How do I know that? Because I've fucking done it, okay? I've fucking done it. Over and over again. I've blown XFAs countless times. Not only evals, but also XFAs when I first started trading. Okay? I know how this shit goes. Just stay cool, calm, and collective. Okay? Only worry about your A+ setups. How much drawdown do you have left? And manage your risk from there. Okay? Stop blowing your fucking accounts. You're just wasting real money over and over and over again for no fucking reason. No reason at all. I understand. You want to pass it. But patience is the name of the game. Patience fucking pays. And it will forever be like that. It will forever be like that. Why? Because the market rewards discipline. And if you're patient, then you're disciplined. Okay? If you wait for your setup, you're patient and you're disciplined. Okay? If you follow your rules, you use good risk management, you're disciplined. Okay? Discipline pays, patience pays. Remember that. Stop blowing your fucking accounts. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, if you guys have a question about what you should do in certain scenarios regarding being in drawdown, please leave it in the comments. I will respond to you guys, okay? Because I want to help you guys out, and I'm tired of seeing fucking retarded ass shit happen for you guys to blow your accounts, all right? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like. Leave a comment, sub, whatever the hell. I'm out of here.